Hey guys, this is Balu from Balu Prime and once again welcome you all back for an exciting tutorial. In this tutorial, let's say how we can create this kind of liquid simulations in Blender easily. So I hope you will find this tutorial useful, but before going to that, if you end up liking this video, please click on that like button to share this content, and if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing my channel and support me. So further without any ado, let's begin. So here you can say I'm using Blender 2.90. Nice. Now let's select everything in this default scene. Press A on the keyboard to select everything and delete. So now let's import our 3D model here. So here I got a Panther model which I have downloaded from Sketchfab. Download link in the description. So now let me import that model. Further go to this file, import. It is in object format. So let's select this wavefront OBJ. So here you can see I got this Panther model which is in object format. So select it and import. So we got our model here. Now let me select this move tool. Just select it. Let me bring it here so that it stays at this bottom. Now go to this object, set origin to 3D cursor. Nice. Now select this rotate tool and let me rotate it, and or else let me change it here only 0. Fine. Okay. So if I click on this wireframe mode, you can say this is bit dense model. It got so many faces. So now let's reduce the poly count of these faces. Now come to this modifier options, modifier properties, add modifier and select decimate. So here you can see we got 500,000 face counts currently in this model. So now let me reduce this ratio to 0.1. So now we got only 50,000 face counts, so which is good enough. So let me go back to the shade mode once again. Fine. Okay. So if we want, we can reduce the scaling of this model. Press S and simply move the mouse left side. Now click on this add mesh, select UV sphere, move to, let me bring it here. So this is going to be our source for liquid. So let me place it inside the mouth. Press S to reduce the scaling and simply move it here. Now let's click on this add once again, or else you can use shift plus A, go to mesh and add the cylinder. So now we are using this cylinder and we will convert this into a pipe kind of shape. So let me bring it here. Let me place this. Press S, Z to increase the scaling in Z axis. Now hold shift D to duplicate, press Y to move it in Y axis. Now reduce the scaling of this, press S and reduce the scaling. Now press S and Z once again to increase scaling in Z axis. Now press 7 on the keyboard for top view and just place the cylinder here at the center. Nice. Now click on this outer cylinder, select this outer cylinder, come to this modifier properties, add modifier and add boolean. Now click on this eyedropper and select this cylinder which is inside. Click on that cylinder, it will get selected here. So it is set to difference. Now apply the modifier. Now select this middle cylinder and move it aside. So here you can see we got hole created here. Now we can delete this cylinder. Simply select it and delete. Okay, fine. Now select this cylinder. Let me place it here so that our sphere will be inside it. So let me move it. Okay. So rotate it a bit. Select this rotate tool and rotate it here like this. Fine. Now let's reduce the scaling of this. So select the cylinder, press S and reduce the scaling like this. Make sure that sphere is at its center and it is not touching to this cylinder. Fine. Okay. So once this setup is done, now let's create a cube for domain. So press 3 on the keyboard for side view, Shift plus A, or else you can go to this add mesh, select cube. Now press S on the keyboard and increase the scaling of this cube. So this is going to be our domain. Domain means the simulation whichever occurs in the scene will be happening with this domain. So let me change this to wireframe and let me place it here. Just place it above. Okay. So this liquid simulation will be taking place inside this cube. So without this domain, the simulation won't be possible. So create a cube and increase the scaling of this here. So let me place it here a bit. Fine. Now let me go back to the shade properties, shade viewport. Okay. So now let's apply this fluid to the sphere. So first let me hide out this cube, outer cube. Now select the sphere. You can select it from here or else you can select from this scene collection. So select the sphere, click on this physics properties, select fluid type, change it to flow, flow type, change it to liquid, and flow behavior, change it to inflow. Nice. Now enable this initial velocity and sampling. I will be increasing this to 2. It's increase the resolution. So enable this initial velocity. So here we want the liquid to be rising upwards like a liquid from fountain. So we need to increase this z value. So let me increase this z axis value to 10. I think this would be fine. Now select the cylinder, fluid type change to effector, and effector type collision, and sampling change to 3. Now repeat the same with this panther model also. So select this model, add fluid type, change to effector, effector type collision, and sampling change to 3. Fine. Now enable this cube which we have hidden. So enable this cube. So this is important. So select that cube, make sure that cube is selected. Select fluid from physics properties and type change it to domain. Domain type change to liquid because we want liquid simulation. And resolution set it to high, like here I will be using 150. If you are using low resolution, the particles may not appear. So I will suggest you to use either 100 or 150. So scroll down. Border collisions, I will be leaving all this side, front, top, everything. Now scroll down and enable this diffusion. If you click on these lines here, fluid presets, you will find water, oil and honey preset. You can select any of the presets. The liquid behavior will change depending on these fluid properties. So here I will be leaving this to water and enable mesh also. So without enabling this mesh, we will get only particles. So make sure to enable mesh also. Now select the cache folder where you want to this cache to get saved. So here you can set the frames. So starting 1 and ending will be 250. I will be leaving it to default. Type here change to all and enable this resumable option. Enable it. We can resume back at any point here at any count of the frame. So enable it. So once these settings are done, save the project, go to file. So once the file is saved, now click on this bake all. So this baking may take depending upon the resolution we have set for domain. So here you can see baking is done and it took almost 1 hour for this 250 frames to bake. So let me check this preview. So if we click on this play button, so here you can see I got this fluid getting out from this pipe just like in fountain. So if you're not finding your fluid, try to increase the resolution and bake it once again. So I am happy with the result. So it is looking bit blocky. So select this fluid, right click and shade smooth. So it's not appearing now. Fine. Now let's hide out this pipe here. We don't want this in our render to be visible. So select that cylinder, come to this object properties, scroll down for this visibility and uncheck in renders and viewport. So we are not getting that tube or pipe in viewport also and in render. Now in the same way, let's hide out the sphere. So select that sphere, object properties and hide out in viewport and render also. Nice. So here I am happy with the result what I got. Now let's move to this shading portion. So click on this shading tab here. So here you can see our model got textures already. So we need to add material for our liquid only. So select that fluid, click on material properties, add new material. So let it be principal shader. Base color, I will be changing this to red. Choose which color you want. And specular, I'm reducing to 0, roughness to 0, and transmission, increase this value to 1. Okay. So now it's okay for me. Not water kind of look, but it's fine. Now let's move back to this layout once again. So click on this layout. So now if we move to this render viewport, we are not finding this clearly because there is no light in the scene available. So now let's add light to our scene. So click on this add, scroll down to the light and add sun. So let me place it here, bring it here. Now click on this object data properties of light, sunlight, increase the strength to 10. Now press R to rotate it here like this. So I think this would be fine. Now click on this world properties, color, click on this yellow button kind and select environment texture. So here I will be using HDRI image which I have downloaded from HDRI Heaven. Those are free to download and I will be leaving a link in the description for that site. Go and download the HDRI images whichever you like. So let me select that one. So here you can see I selected this HDRI image. So now I don't want this background image to be visible in render. So come to this render properties, scroll down to this film option, expand it and enable this transparent. Click on this transparent option. So we got this transparent background. Let me enable this ambient occlusion. Let me increase the distance. I think this much would be fine. Okay. Bloom, if you want, you can add. It adds a bit of lighting to this scene. Here you can see if I enable this, we are getting that lighting kind of effect. So if you want, you can use. I will be disabling this bloom. Nice. Now let's move to this camera animations. So currently there is no camera in this scene, so we need to add camera. So go to this add options, or you can use shift plus A, add camera. Now press Ctrl Alt 0, press N on the keyboard, click on this view and check this camera to view option. So now we can adjust the view of our scene. So if you want to rotate, hold middle mouse key and rotate the scene in whichever way you want. So if you want to pan, hold shift key, middle mouse, and here you can move the complete scene here. So let me adjust the scene quickly. So if you want to render in this view, you can go to this render outputs for further options, or else if you want to have a rotating camera animation, I will show you that also. So for that, let me place this model at the center. Now go to this add empty, select cube. Now press S and increase the scaling of this empty. Let me place it here. Okay, so now in scene selections, select camera, hold Ctrl key and select empty. Now press Ctrl plus P and parent it to object. Now come to this object properties. Being selected this empty, click on this empty in scene selection, come to this object properties, and if we change this Z axis value here, you can see our camera will be rotating. Nice. Now let's add some keyframes here. So let me change this to 0. Now beyond the first frame, press I on the keyboard, add a keyframe for rotation. So rotation keyframes were added. Now move to the last frame. Now rotate this Z to minus 359 and press I on the keyboard and enable keyframe for this rotation once again. So if we play this animation, we will get this turn around animation here. So since it is playing very slowly, I can't show you in real time, because you can see here the FPS is running is 0.25. So trust me, we got this turntable animation set. So if we see here, we got these rotation keyframes which were added at first frame and 250 frames. We will get a turn around animation here. Now come to this editor type, click on this one and change it to graph editor key. Come to this interpolation mode and change it to linear. Now the camera movement will be steady throughout this animation. Nice. Now let's change this back to timeline. Okay, fine. So now let's move to this rendering properties. So click on this render properties. Here render engine, I will be using Eevee only. So if you are using cycles, it may take much time when compared to Eevee to render. But if you are using cycles, make sure to enable GPU if your device support, or else you can use CPU only. So here I will be leaving this to Eevee. Nice. So render sampling, I will be leaving this to 64 because I don't want to spend much time on render. Nice. Bloom, if you want you can add that. So in this here. Now come to this output properties. Here you can set the picture resolution. So currently it is in full HD. I will be leaving to that only. Click on this render region, enable it. Scroll down here, frame rate you can set. Now the render will be processed from 1 to 250 frames, and frame rate here you can select. I will be leaving this to 24 frames. So output folder we need to select, so let me select the output folder. So file format, I will be changing this to JPEG. You can use either PNG or you can directly render to movie format if you want, but I will suggest you to render in image format only. Nice. Now quality, Let me change to 100%. Uncheck this image sequence overwrite. Okay, so once these settings are done, let me save it once again. Now come to this render options and select this render animation. So it starts rendering our scene. So in this way we can create this fluid simulation in Blender easily. So hope you guys have learned something new from this tutorial. If you have learned anything new from this, please like, share and support my channel by subscribing. So we'll meet in the next video. Until then, signing off. Take care. Bye.